Alright, hey, what's up, everyone? We're back for Expert. I'm going to put through another guide showing what I would choose to do. Now, with this one, it's a tough call because it looks like this wind may be strong enough to get up where I want to do this hop shot. But then there's other winds that are just a little bit more pointed to the side. However, what I'm going to do for this one, because I think this is also a pretty good shot, is I'm just going to go up here and try to land up here with just a Kingmaker ball and get it up past the trees. This also is going to create a decent opportunity, in my opinion. So let's see how well we can do this. But I do want to just mention that, that was a good win to potentially pull off that shot that we were trying to hit yesterday, especially with the Puck 6. However, you can see that we'll be able to go outside. And the only thing that I'm a little hesitant about going this way is I don't want to really get to I'd rather be at the min long iron as opposed to the max short iron. But I may actually drive it so far that I have to use a short iron pitch. So that is the one thing to just note when you do go that way. But do keep in mind that, especially with a wind like this, it feels like it's almost going to be kind of wind specific on whether or not you can kind of go for that green shot. So let's see what it looks like. It looks like there's no way I'm going to be able to go B52 here. So we are going to go max. I've been using pretty close to 1 per ring if I can stay in that B52 range. I do probably recommend that. I think it's going to be easier to make than this just because of trying to play all this wind effect. It's not going to be easy. So in terms of a ring adjustment, I'm thinking 1.5-ish per ring. So at least 5 rings here. May even go just a tad more. That might be 5.2 or so. Let's just see what this looks like. You got to get a starting point somewhere. So I haven't hit this club yet. And you can see just a little bit light. You may want to, instead of going more than that, I was starting to get pretty close to the rough. Just try to offset that guide. So if I was to use that ring adjustment but offset the ball guide by the same amount that I just missed by, that would essentially go in. And that might be the best way to go about it. It looked like I was almost maybe half a grid. So if I was to just kind of, take that ball guide, a club or a ring and a half over on my start point and then hit that exact same shot, well, it would have went in. So that's something to be thinking about. Because I do recommend kind of trying to keep as much of that spin as possible. Down this hill, the ball tends to not roll out. So I do like to use a decent amount of spin to make sure that it doesn't just check up. As you can see kind of the way that the opponent doing, it only had about half a yard of run out there with that much spin. It's going to make it tough to make, a little bit tougher to make, especially landing on a downslope. So I do try to crank the backspin just a little bit less in those cases. But nevertheless, that should give you kind of 2 different things to be thinking about there, because I think that pitch is worth being able to get dialed in just as easily to kind of make sure that you're consistently in a similar spot as opposed to all over the place if you try to go for that hook shot. So keep that in mind. Good luck, and I'll see you on the next one.